Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. This is episode 12. Last time we completed our last two main quests of the, I guess, first act of the story, you would call it. We finished Act of Mercy and then did the Deep Roads expedition. And then we're 3 years later. We've moved into a new period in the story. Our sister has gone off to join the Circle while we've been gone in the Deep Roads. And
stepping down is looking more and more appealing.
Seems to be doing all right with that, based on the Codex entry. We're going to go and see the Arashok. So we've been asked to go and see the Arashok, as there's the continued Qunari presence in the city and it's causing tensions to rise. And then we've also got Black Powder Courtesy, which is also speaking to the Arashok, and a bunch of companion quests. So we've got plans for the future, talk to Varric, visiting Anders, calling on the captain, speak to Fenris, Isabella's ongoing search, consoling words, and repentance. Sebastian is something he would like to discuss with you at the Chantry, and that's just listed in the companions thing. So we did his quest, helping him out, and then he's just vanished, and then I guess this is him coming back up again years later. So we've got a bunch of companion stuff to do. I'm assuming this will be the quest that actually gets Sebastian in our party. Thank you. I'm assuming this will be what gets Sebastian in the party, and I guess that makes sense why Bethany has left. We've lost a party member to the Circle, and then we're gaining a random other guy.
Well, you have certainly risen through the rank. Good for you.
Okay, this guy hates us. Complex chest. We'll have to bring Varric in for that one. Let's take a look and see how things have changed over the years, if at all.
Again, we sent for reinforcements. Andraste knows we've tried.
3 hours is 3 hours. 3 years is a pretty big jump. You know, Dragon Age Origins take place over a year. So there's a lot that can change. Looks like we can check out more of the keep. I don't think we've been able to go this far before. This was sealed.
So illiterate. I had a report come in this morning that was nothing but a bunch of X's.
Yeah, cool. I don't think we were allowed in here last time. It was sealed, but we've moved up in rank. We can look at the big bird statues and the big old lonely throne with the flagon of ale. Amazing. Okay. Not much going on in here, but I mean, it's cool to look at, I guess. On the map, there's more to this place. Look at that. I'm confused. On the map, there is more. And it's up there, but you can't. That's weird. God, I swear that the map in Dragon Age 2 is a little bit busted. You go into locations and there's like those locked doors, but you can see the map behind it. Can't do anything about it. I don't know. Well, while we're here, we can speak to Aveline first.
Hope the day is treating you well, Syrah.
I guess all of her training and blah blah would have been sorted by now, and she'll be comfortable in her post with her promotion, so it just skips all of that sort of stuff. Hello. I do have a lot of junk to sell, I think. Yes.
I can't do that.
Yep, I'll come back with Varric. Aveline. Hello there.
We'll need to give them answers by tomorrow, Captain.
I'll have them. Dismissed.
The Seneschal was particularly vocal.
Dismissed.
You'd think the captain of the guard could requisition a Templar or two, but no, that would be demeaning. Can't have them working for the people when eternity needs a nanny.
That's why I remain unimportant. Less pressure.
As if the return of the Amels hasn't set Hightown on its ear.
As long as it's off its ass.
Sure, have your fun. But the coin you poured into Kirkwall tipped what balance there was.
Okay.
I didn't realize I was making it worse by getting ahead.
I'm just harassing you. Although you are a bit like the center of a hurricane. You've changed fortunes for many people, not always for the better.
I'm wondering when this thing with that guy is going to pop up again. Dougal. Because we made like a little investment thing with him, but then it's 3 years later. You'd think that would have happened in that time or something, but I'm not sure.
Sounds like you're spreading yourself pretty thin.
There are a lot of people in my charge. Someone has to look out for them.
You guard the guardsmen?
I don't turn people loose like Jevon. There's additional training, doubled patrols. Costs are up, but I've halved injuries. I'll take it and argue with Seneschal Bran later.
Okay.
After the last captain, you couldn't have expected this to be easy.
At least I had the guards on my side. Once they understood, they rallied. And those who didn't weren't fit to hold the crest. Stack friends against the enemies. I don't know if I came out ahead, but it's for the better.
Grouse all you want, but the Aveline I know doesn't regret a second as captain.
They'd have to drag me out of here. And I'm sure some are lining up to try. You among them, I bet. Haven't had much time to follow you around. Not that I need to. I can trust that you at least try to do right. I'm with you if you need me, Hawk. Just say the word.
Okay. Aveline, after the Deep Roads. Since the adventure in the Deep Roads, Aveline has settled into life as the captain of the guard. She has removed the stain of Captain Jevon's corruption and turned the guardsmen into effective enforcers of law and order. Becoming a captain of the guard title should have brought Aveline stability, but she has instead found herself taxed by having so many people under her care. She is very protective of the people she commands, to the point of training each guardsman herself and personally reinforcing otherwise simple patrols. Injury rates are lower than ever before, but the guards are beginning to feel smothered. Aveline is utterly dedicated to her job, leaving no time for anything beyond the occasional sidetrack with Maypo. Even that is an excuse to watch over people she cares about. She is a guardian in every waking moment, and she doesn't seem to know how to put down the weight she carries. You're going to carry that weight. Nice. So we're just checking in with everybody.
Hope the day is treating you well, sir.
Are we able... Okay, we can gather our party here. Oh, that's bizarre. She's still in the... What the fuck? Okay, so she's still in the party thing. Interesting. You just can't select her. Strange, but okay. Yeah, that's weird. Gotcha. Okay, and then I guess we'll just talk to these in their locations that we can talk to them in.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you, Monsieur. If only you humans didn't all look the same.
We can't all be short and bearded like your people, Bodan.
Indeed. It's quite a shame, really. There's a gentleman waiting at the mansion. He insists on seeing you. He says his name is Dougal. Your mother thought it wise, I tell you, monsieur.
Okay, so Mother's still around. Okay, so we haven't caught up with Dougal in the 3 years since the Deep Roads, apparently.
I paid Dougal years ago.
Oh, never mind.
Why would he be back now?
He wouldn't tell me, I'm afraid. He refused to come back another day, even after I told him repeatedly that I didn't know when you would return. He doesn't really seem like the most reputable sort, I'm afraid, even for a dwarf.
Okay, so we did settle our debts ages ago.
You left him alone in the mansion with Mother.
My boy Sandal is with her. But, you make a good point. I'll run back right away. Before I go, may I simply say how grateful I am that you've allowed my boy to stay in your home. I said I would repay you for saving Sandal's life, and I shall serve you faithfully. It is good to know he is safe.
What's one more mouth?
I didn't ask you to be my manservant, Bodan.
But I owe you a debt, and after what happened in the deep roads, I have no other way to repay you. I'll leave you to your business. Don't forget about your guest. Your mother claims he was eyeing the silverware.
I can't wait to see how Boden's going to show up in Dragon Age Inquisition to also be indebted to me there as well. Okay, let's level up. Merrill. We've lost Bethany, which means we've lost our healer, so it's good that, I guess, Anders has those points in play. Otherwise, that would be a little unfortunate. Tempest. Galvanism. The mage masters the powers of earth and sky, inflicting greater electricity damage and learning more effective forms of stone-based spells in the school. So, increase for Stone Fist, increase for Rock Armor, more increase for Petrify. It's just a whole ass thing. Okay. We can do Despair. Yes. Oh, and Sleep. Hell yeah. Because then we can have Coma, and that will just, paralyze a whole group. Yeah. Debilitating mage time. Alright. We can see where the Hawk estate is. So we've moved up in the world. We're not in a little dingy place.
Slam your fingers in a door?
No.
Smack your head on a low beam?
Is there a point to this line of questioning?
Just wondering why you're so cross all the time.
I think he jabs himself with those spikes, personally.
Perhaps it's the inane prodding.
We've got another character pointing out the brooding. And then they tag team him. Amazing. Okay. Well, I guess we're not too far away from our own estate. We've got our own little mansion here. The Blooming Rose is still out and about. We've got people here. We're missing a couple of the merchants there, it looks like. Fenris's mansion is here. We'll go to the Hawk Estate because it's right outside. Puppy. Upgrades. Look at this place. Look at all these impressive angles. Ooh, I'm in fancy pajamas. Nice. All right. Fuck you. Okay.
You've settled in nicely.
It's just luck. And skill.
Indeed. Still, more coin never hurts, right? Say, if someone wanted to pass some work your way...
I like that I just go home and I get all dressed up in my robes. I'm like, I will have visitors today.
So, how can I be of service this time?
Someone's trying to be a guard, poorly. Remember Emmerich, the Templar? He wants your help and some sort of official sanction.
Official sanction?
For his investigation. He's convinced that every random murder in the past few years is connected, and he won't be quiet.
Every random murder?
You don't think it's worth investigating?
I have. He even convinced one of my lieutenants to raid the Dupuis mansion. Nothing there. You wouldn't believe how much ass I had to kiss after that. Bloody hobbyist constable. Why can't he spend his declining years building a boat or something?
Seems like it should be easy to prove if there are bodies.
Kirkwall isn't the safest place. That doesn't mean everything terrible is related. There's no sense to that. Can't be.
I seem to recall he had some good leads.
Then you won't mind chasing his threads. If it leads somewhere, I'll pick it up. Right now, he's just distracting my men. He's in the gallows. Do what you can. Okay. Thanks, Hawk. I'll try not to make a habit of this.
So our companions will visit us. Flipping it on its head a little bit there. Okay. What does he want? What do you want, Dougal?
Why, hello again. Lovely home you have here. And may I say your mother makes for delightful company?
Another visitor. We've moved up in the world, Mother.
Evidently so.
My apologies, Sirrah. Your son and I simply have a bit of business to conclude.
I'll leave you two alone then. Be careful.
I love that my door just teleports shut.
Darling woman. A shame that she spends so much time here alone.
Okay. What does this guy want, and why is he threatening me of all people? I will slice your head off.
She fills her days making poisons. And cake. Tell me you didn't try the cake.
Good thing I just had the tea then. Allow me to get right to the point. I know all this came from Deep Road's treasure. I know you repaid me, but I think I deserve a larger share of your fortune. Fair's fair, right?
This bruh, like, he's like, hey man, I'll pay, and then you pay me back double. We have a deal, I paid it, and then he goes, wait a minute, this guy's got so much stuff. A little late for that, man.
Isn't this a conversation we should have had, say, 3 years ago?
What can I say? Things have gone poorly for me and I'm a bitter man. Give me another, 100 sovereigns and I'll go away. If you don't, I'll make things unpleasant. Simple enough, no?
Okay, so I could literally just bonk this boy right on the head now if I want. It's just him and his boys in my own home? No guards around?
What do you mean by that?
Well, let's see. I think people would like to know just what happened to Bertrand, wouldn't they? I know he betrayed you, but nobody else does. Your partner disappears, and you end up rich.
He's got his interesting little idol that he's run out on.
There hasn't been a single question asked about that.
Yet. Questions could be asked. About you, about your red-headed friend in the city guard, about your sudden riches. Help me out, and my friends in the Carta will make sure the evidence I have never sees the light of day.
I mean, what do you got to... What have you really got to do, you know? Or you're a dwarven Carta that's going to be like, and these guys have so much money and we didn't get any...
There's no evidence. There couldn't be.
Does it have to be real? I think it just has to raise enough questions. How much do you want your new friend the Viscount to know about your past? Not much, I'll wager.
Let's see. Do I respond well to threats? I don't think I do.
Pity. Have it your way, Hawk. We'll be seeing each other again, I'm sure.
Spice it up a bit. Make it interesting with some drama. Weird. The dwarf was Dougal, who paid for the expedition 3 years ago. He demanded more coin but was refused and swore he would return again later. he returns again later, I'll put his head on a spike, so we'll see how we go.
Fenris hates that statue. Says it reminds him of the old god relics they had in Tevinter. Didn't Fenris say all Tevinter wine is made from the blood and tears of slaves? I hope he was exaggerating. And as manifesto. Huh? This thing turns up everywhere.
Okay. And as manifesto. A lot more stuff to engage with. The mementos have been moved to here.
Leather to feather. Crossroads of form. Don't even know where to start.
Okay, well, we know where to go for these, if we come back for them later.
Is that Isabela? Who carves that into a stairwell?
That's great. My storage still has everything, which is great. I wonder if we got back... Yeah, we did. We've got the hypnotist staff. So we got back what we gave to Bethany. Went back into our inventory. I'll sort that out in a bit when I'll sell some stuff. Oh my god! Oh my god, I got letters after these 3 years. I haven't been checking my goddamn mail. Okay. Night terrors. Greetings, I hope this letter finds you well. I've often thought of you in these past 3 years. Without your kindness, my Feynriel would have been long since sold to slavers. Instead, he has thrived and begun to master his magic. But now his nightmares have caught up with him, and neither the Keeper nor the First Enchanter know how to help. I don't know where else to turn. Please come to my home in the alienage. I will be waiting to speak with you. Thank you again for the compassion you have shown Feynriel in the past. Sincerely yours, Ariani. Okay, so we've got follow-ups to things that we've done in the past. We've also got a note from Feynriel here. To Hawk. Life with the Dalish hasn't been easy. Keeper Marathari tries her best, but I don't know what else she can do for me. The younger elves won't accept me, and I often hear them whispering behind my back. The elders have more discretion, but I can see it in their eyes. They're afraid of me. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Sometimes I feel like you're the only person I can trust. Okay. Last of his line. Hawk, I do not know if you remember me, but you helped me deal with the Carter a few years ago. Given the generally disreputable characters in Kirkwall, I had all but given up hope, and I swore I would reward you properly. Take these coins and the enclosed package. My men and I are preparing to leave Ravane before King Balin's assassins catch up with us again. If the stone favors us, we'll find Kal Shrok in safety soon. If the Harrimonts survive this dire time, your name and deeds will be recorded in the memories. Cool? Follow-ups to so many things. The Underground Railroad. Many people in the city owe you their lives, and I am one of them. When my friends and I were cornered by Templars, you helped us escape. Over the years, most Starkhaven apostates have been captured, but thanks to the help of many people, I have remained free. You've done so much for the apostates. If you are moved to do more, contact Mistress Selby near the docks. She knows of many ways you could save more lives. Terry of Starkhaven. Forbidden knowledge. Sarah Hawk. Years passed. I fell into wickedness and was swept up in the mad ambitions of the blood mage, Tyrone. You spared my life at the Blooming Rose, and for many months I wished you had killed me, but I found the Maker's Light in my deepest despair, and I now seek absolution. Oh yeah, no shit. Tyrone wrote many tomes containing dark secrets she learned from the Fade. She protected them with demons forged into their very bindings. You must find and destroy these tomes, lest others follow her dark path. I wish I could help you, but the Templars never leave me my cell. I can only send my prayers. Eduna. Damn. Feeling inadequate? Flag flying at half-mast? Does your soldier not stand to attention? Does your dwarf shy away from the deep roads? Come to Jorman's apothecary and ask for our special sauce. Our special sauce is infused with the essences of 52 herbs. It's completely natural, completely safe, and absolutely effective. You will never feel the same again. Be the man other men want to be. Be the man you deserve to be. I love that this is essentially just checking up your emails after a long time away, spam included. From Elren. Monsieur Hawk, words aren't enough to convey how grateful I am. Thank you for saving my daughter from that monster. When I look at my little girl, I'm reminded of what you did for my family. Lyra has found a hero in you. She's become interested in swordplay and combat, and she speaks of joining the Guard one day. She seems none the worse for wear. In your debt. Price. Sirrah, I'm glad to hear that Athenril took no vengeance on you for helping me. I surely would have died in her service. My sisters are both maids now, and I have proven myself an able shepherd and have been granted 2 ewes of my own to start a flock. I heard you've made a name for yourself in Kirkwall. My hopes for your continued success. Thank you again. Transcribed by the Lady of the House for price. Yes. A strangely official-looking letter. Dear Sir or Madam, I am Lord Akim Falk of Starkhaven. I have faith in the Maker and Andraste, his beloved prophet, that I must bring this matter of urgent business to you. Years ago, I served the office of Seneschal to the royal family of Starkhaven. Sadly, they have been deposed, ousted by a foul usurper. I represent His Royal Highness Prince Corbinian Vael, the true heir to the throne, and with your help, Maker willing, we will have him wear the crown of Starkhaven once more. His Highness had a fortune of 11,000 sovereigns, locked away in the vaults of the Royal Bank of Antiva. With access to this fortune, he can raise an army to retake the throne, but it is too dangerous for His Highness to simply withdraw the funds himself. This is where we require your assistance and discretion. Simply send me the details of an open bank account in Kirkwall, and I arrange that my funds are transferred to you. My king will then contact you to retrieve his fortune, leaving you with a hefty award. I must warn you, the Antivans will not consider the account viable if it contains less than 100 sovereigns. Please observe the utmost confidentiality. Okay, interesting. A strange letter from Lothering. Oh yeah, because it's been 3 years, and it's also been 1 year when we got to Kirkwall. Wild. So Lothering is probably decently rebuilt in some capacity. Hawk, heard you lot got to the Free Marches. Don't know why you'd bother, but I suppose it's better than Orlais. They got spiders up there, big ones. Couldn't swing a dead cat round here without hitting a giant spider, but the blights drove them off. Maker, dark days ahead. Mark my words. A man can't even cover his blighted land with poisonous traps. Old Barlin. Is that the poison trap guy from Lothering that we spoke to in Origins then? I would assume that's a repeat NPC. A note addressed to Gamlin, of all people. Gamlin Amel, payment is now 2 months late, Sirrah. Interest accrues, and you are well aware. You will find yourself barred from our establishments unless payment is made. Think, no better. Card sharp or numbers runner in Kirkwall will deal with you. I certainly hope this matter is attended to before steps are taken. Let us avoid further unpleasantness. Gallard. Another message from Lothering. Dearest Leandra, I hope you and the children are holding up. I'm so sorry about Carver. I remember the dear boy helping me trap rats in the cellar. The blight has taken too much from us. Thank the Maker for the hero of Ferelden and the Grey Wardens. Things are slowly getting back to normal in most parts of the country, but Lothering is gone for good. Oh, damn. We had hoped to rebuild there, but the blight poisoned the land. It'll take decades for the earth to recover. It may never. Lothering has not been rebuilt. Redcliffe is a nice place, and I'm starting to see it as home. The village saw some trouble during the blight, but it's recovering. Perhaps you could visit sometime. Please write me again, my dear. Wish to hear about your life in Kirkwall. Send my regrets and fond regards to the children. Your friend Miriam. Family letters. Oh, here we go. I've started mentoring apprentices. For some reason it wasn't all the way at the top. That's weird. Dear Mapo, I hope this letter finds you well. My time in the circle has been bearable, even after the Templars made a point of putting me through the harrowing as soon as I arrived. They thought I was at risk of possession or running away like father. Glad it's over with. I've started mentoring apprentices. I enjoy time with the children, teaching them basic spells. One of them, Ella, has taken a shine to me. Adorable. Life's not perfect here, mind you. The Templars are mostly polite, and I know they're just doing their jobs, but some hold extreme views. There's one creep named Sir Ulrich who likes harassing mages, but I'll steer clear of him. I'm doing fine. Please don't worry about me. With love, Beth. And so she's doing okay. Wild. Okay. We got money. We got handcrafted dwarven cuffs. We get 3 armor and immunity to stun. We just lose out on some fortitude, but it's also got a rune slot. So we'll chuck that bad boy on. Even though we're in our PJs at the moment. So we cannot even We cannot even see it. Something that I'm curious about. This is... okay, I guess like the... Because I'm reading this is after passing her much delayed harrowing. She took a senior position within the circle, but then it says that she got her harrowing as soon as she arrived. So either there's an inconsistency there, or the much delayed harrowing refers to the fact that she spent her time not being in the circle, so it's like delayed in that sense, I guess. I don't know. That was just my first thought when I read that. I'm like, I thought it was delayed.
Hey look, a partially burned page from Anders' manifesto.
It's all over the place.
It's strange living here again. My childhood home. Now owned by my child. I do hope you've been upfront with me about really owning it. I don't want to be at the mercy of that wretched Dougal. It's nice to be here, though. To feel like an Amel again.
Just don't go all pompous on me, all right?
I promise. If there's one thing I learned in Ferelden, it's that good people can be born in a hut as easily as a palace. Honestly, after so many years as a peasant's wife, it feels strange to have nothing to do. I visited Bethany at the Circle, and she seems happy enough. I guess I just need to start finding you a suitable wife.
That's so weird, that whole concept. And I know it's not even like a... It's not a uncommon thing either. It's like, I will find you a wife. It's like, I would feel so weird about that. My mother choosing who she feels is right for me instead of who feels right for me. But also I make terrible choices in my relationships and dating life, so maybe it would be better off.
I've been wondering if I shouldn't remarry. I'm sure the last thing you need is your mother watching over your shoulder every time you come home. But perhaps there is still life once your children have outgrown you.
Sounds like you've got someone in mind.
Nothing I'm ready to share yet, so don't pry. But it is refreshing to think I could still be courted at this age.
Right, Mother. Go off and have your fun then. We've got the enchantment apparatus and Bowden's here.
If you need any enchantments, I'm sure my boy would be happy to help.
Thank you, Owaka. Yep.
Just so.
Yeah. The Thedas calendar.
That dog. Well, maybe chew marks add character to the piece.
Thedas calendar. For most good folk, the details of our calendar have little purpose. It is useful only for telling them when the summer day festival will be held, when the snows are expected to begin, and when the harvest must be complete. The naming of the years are a matter for historians and taxmen, and few, if pressed, could even tell you the reason that our current age is named after dragons. It is the 30th year in the Dragon Age, the 30th year of the 9th Age, since the crowning of the Chantry's first divine. Each age is exactly 100 years, with the next age's name chosen in the 99th year. The scholars in Valreo advise the Chantry of portents seen in that 99th year, and Chantry authorities pore over the research for months before the divine announces the name of the imminent age. The name is said to be an omen of what is to come, of what the people of Thedas will face for the next 100 years. 100 years, dragon! The current age was not meant to be the Dragon Age. Throughout the last months of the Blessed Age, the Chantry was preparing to declare the Sun Age, named for the symbol of the Orlesian Empire, which at that time sprawled over much of the south of Thedas and controlled both Ferelden and what is now Navarra. It was to be a celebration of Orlesian imperial glory. But as the rebellion in Ferelden reached a head and the Battle of Riverdane was about to begin, a peculiar event occurred. A rampage, the rising of a dreaded high dragon. Dragons had been thought practically extinct since the days of the Navaran dragon hunts, and they say that to see this great beast rise from the frostbacks was both majestic and terrifying. As the rampage began and the high dragon decimated the countryside in its search for food, the elderly divine Faustine II abruptly declared the Dragon Age, and rightly so. If they were thought to be extinct, there's shitloads of them everywhere, so accurately named. Some say the Divine was declaring support for Orlais in the battle against Ferelden, since the dragon is an element of the Defail family heraldry of King Megrin, the so-called usurper king of Ferelden. Be that as it may, the High Dragon's rampage turned towards the Orlesian side of the Frostback Mountains, killing hundreds and sending thousands more fleeing to the northern coast. The Ferelden rebels won the Battle of Riverdane, ultimately securing their independence. Many thus think that the Dragon Age will come to represent a time of violent and dramatic change for all of Thedas. It remains to be seen. From the studious theologian by Brother Genitivi in the 25th year of the 9th Age. Dragon Age. So he wrote this in the 25th year of the Dragon Age. But then he goes to say that it is the 30th year of the Dragon Age. Confusion! And we're not in the 30th year of the Dragon Age, because that is when the Blight takes place in Dragon Age Origins. So we're like in the 34th year, I think, at the moment. Pretty sure we're in the 34th year. Alright, I am dressed. I do be dressed. And now we can check places out. So we are at the Hawk Estate. Gamlen's house, I guess, no longer exists. We've got a bunch of quests to do everywhere. We can go to the Black Emporium still. And we can go to these places if we'd like. But let's go and check out some places, shall we? Let's go to everyone's little spots so we can have a chat to them. Fenris's mansion. Whoa, Fenris, hello.
So the Seneschal's tax collector won't be coming around again like you asked. Funny story.
I'll pass, but thank you for the help.
Spoil sport. Why you want to squat up here in Hightown is beyond me.
I like the view.
So do I.
Stop. Stop that immediately.
3 years. There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
Yeah, so he's got his Denarius thing.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Don't tell me you're going to miss all the attention.
Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
You take a breath and look around. And start anew.
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
Great time to flirt. You could make your problems mine.
You don't know who you were?
Fenris was the name Denarius bestowed upon me, his little wolf. If I once had another name or a family, then they were taken from me. But again, this is not your concern.
You help me, I help you.
I don't need your help. But enough. You have much to keep you busy, I'm certain.
He's like, enough. That's fine. We're pushing his rivalry up anyway. Alright, Fenris. Since the adventure into the Deep Roads, Fenris has remained in Kirkwall, maintaining a residence in Denarius's abandoned mansion, which is also not his. That it doesn't truly belong to him has aroused the interest of curious neighbours, and thus the city guard. Aveline has so far deflected their inquiries on Fenris's behalf. However, she's told him in no uncertain terms that the situation will not remain that way forever. Though seemingly unconcerned about the house, Fenris has become increasingly nervous over the last year. He doesn't know if he's actually free from pursuit or if his former master is planning something even worse. He tries not to think about it, taking pleasure in having a home for the first time in his life, even though his contact with anyone outside of the jobs he takes as a mercenary is very limited. There you go. And in these 3 years, Mans has not cleaned up. Cobwebs everywhere. Place is disgusting. 3 years, Fenris. You've still got corpses. You still have corpses. And mushrooms. God damn. Living like a goddamn decrepit human. Not, well, elf. But, yeah. What a bachelor pad this is. Sheesh. You've made no effort to clean up the place. Not even new tiles. At least put the bodies in the bin. Fenris. Unbelievable. Let's go check in with Anders. Oh. Spoiler. Why would the loading screen just spoil it? I guess we see it right in front of us, but that's funny. Ambush! Dougal does not take lightly to those that do not pay him. I mean, you really didn't need to put that on the loading screen. Right in front of us. Okay. Well, this is great, because I said the next time I see him, head on a spike time.
Well, look who's here.
I knew it.
It turns out we'll need to do this the hard way, Hawk. I'll get the money you owe me if I have to tear your mansion apart brick by brick.
This is great. I love this. This man was like, I will blackmail you. You have no evidence. I will make them ask questions. And get out of here. I will try and kill you. Yes.
So you thought an ambush would get you what you want?
I considered going after your mother, but I prefer the direct approach. Boys, let's make this quick. I want to be in that mansion within the hour.
Oh, this is great. Oh, only one of them went to sleep. Okay. Okay, he's disappeared. Alright, well, we'll fuck you up. Oh, petrified? Get goddamn wrecked. I don't have my mighty blow. Goodbye, Dougal. Head on a spike. I told you. Oh yes, reinforcements. So nice of them to remain loyal to Dougal as he's a dead corpse on the floor. Didn't even have anything of value on him, just silver. Well, that's that. I kind of felt like that was how it's gonna go. I'm like, he'll probably just try and fight me. And then he'll die. He fought me and died. Wonderful. Okay. Alright, we're just in a random back alley. Is there anything out here that you can find? It's a unique little pouch of pebbles, baby. That's what I was looking for. We're in a unique instance, so I guess it might help to have a brief look around. Alright. Out we get. On the way to Anders' clinic again. He won't be bothering us anytime soon. Alright, let's talk to Anders. Hello, mate. What you been doing?
Don't come running to me next time you pick up one of these diseases.
Isn't that the point of magic?
She's in all of the things at the moment. I don't. What the?
I don't want to know.
Okay.
Just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
Every time we go to rock up to a character, Isabella's just like chilling with them.
The Templars are hunting you?
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
I can't say you've been keeping a low profile.
The Knight Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
Yeah, Meredith is kind of insane.
Is that making it harder for you, with justice?
In the Fade, there is no time. Emotion rules everything. Justice doesn't know how to sit idle until the right moment to strike. And I can't say I have any greater patience. I fear what my anger has made of my friend.
You chose to merge with him. Only you can make it work.
I am trying. I have not attacked the Templars openly. I've helped the mages here as best I can, but this impasse cannot last. Just being with me puts you at risk. The Knight Commander has declared supporting apostates a hanging offense. The thought of them hurting you, everything I've done to control this. I don't care. I would drown us in blood to keep you safe.
Sheesh.
I don't want to see you lose yourself. To the Templars or justice.
How much is left if you strip both those out? The world needs to see men like you, who do not fear to stand openly at a mage's side.
Okay, that was a 15+ friendship for Anders. In the past 3 years, Anders has become more reclusive, verging on paranoid. When not with the champion, he spends his time among the Ferelden refugees in Darktown, healing their ills and counting on their loyalty to protect him from curious Templars. After his friend Carl was made tranquil, then killed, Anders was convinced that the Chantry's entire structure must be overturned to free mages completely from their control. He has joined a group of like-minded apostates who are slowly wearing away Kirkwall's circle by helping other mages escape. The spirit of vengeance inside him has manifested more strongly, making it nearly impossible for him to control himself when fighting Templars. I'm worried about you, boy.
The Templars have become more active in their hunt for me. I won't be able to stay here long.
Okay, that's not very good, is it? Hey, excuse me.
Here by accident sometimes when I'm trying to get home from the market. It's a scary place.
Damn, crafting resources that I don't think that crafting resource was there before. I wonder if that is a time skip thing. If there are crafting resources. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay. There are crafting resources around here. So we're just going to continue to be attacked by Carter thugs even though Dougal's dead.
It's done.
Weird. For Dougal! That guy! Maybe I just missed that death route because every time I went to Anders' clinic I never really turned
Don't
around.
like Darktown? Die and make room.
I'm pretty sure that that's new. Oh, we got a mage down here. Jake the Black. It's Jack Black. Hello, Jack Black.
Stay away from me.
Okay, well, that's going to come up later. You're a named mage character hiding away in Darktown, so...
Don't like Darktown?
Yep, you keep saying that. God damn. Don't like Darktown? Fucking die, you cretin. Get out of this place.
I hear a mine outside the city is hiring for Eldons. You never come to the alienage, Fenris.
I don't live in the alienage.
Don't you care about the plight of our people? Not even a little bit.
I don't need to visit the alienage to know what they suffer. I know it better than you.
I've lived there for years. I see it firsthand.
And I lived it.
The Enigma of Kirkwall. After pursuing another dead end, we were attacked by Maleficarum. I fear V will not make it. The fences must have tipped them off. Are there cultists trying to protect the answer? Are they after it themselves, or was it a random attack? The mages of Kirkwall have a more troubled history than those in other circles. A greater percentage of them do not survive the harrowing, and a greater percentage turn to blood magic, almost double that of Starkhaven or Ostwick. Is there a secret fraternity delving into the Tevinter secrets of this city? Either way, we must be more careful, lest we become the band of one or none, hidden under a cobblestone with a curious marking inside the band of three. So the Enigma of Kirkwall is still happening. New codex entries to find, which makes revisiting every area and scouring the map worth it in that case. There are things to find and discover. To Merrill's home, so we can check out what Merrill's doing. What? Excuse me? Hello, what you got here? What the fuck? Well, I guess this dialogue is about to tell us what's going on. Merrill, you got the nice floor mirror, but there's no shattered. This ain't gonna be one of those mirrors from Dragon Age Origins we were dealing with, is it? Look at me sitting.
Have you heard from your sister? Is she settling in all right with the circle?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you and Bethany didn't get along. Why are you worrying over her?
I'd be terrified in her shoes. Surrounded by strangers. Watched all the time. We didn't always agree, but she's a sweet girl. I would never wish that fate on anyone.
Our mother checks on her frequently. She seems to be adjusting.
Maybe it's nice for her to finally live without hiding. She's strong. If anyone can get through this, she can. Don't blame yourself.
If I'd gotten home sooner, she might still be free.
Once the Templars knew, nothing you could have done would have saved her. Things will be all right. Somehow.
Okay. What? The dialogue with Merrill had nothing to do with the mirror?
By the dread wolf! Why is my house always such a mess when people are here? It's clean sometimes, I swear.
What? It's just a set piece? I can't even engage with you? You've got a bloody magical ass-looking mirror. This looks too small to be like the ones from Dragon Age Origins. But also, it doesn't look like just your standard everyday mirror. Okay. Alright. The Hanged Man for Isabela and Varric. Isabella's chilling at the bar, because of course she is.
We used to have another bar.
There's my drunk wife.
Oh?
He went into the back room for another keg of ale, and it never returned. So you be careful going back there.
I promise. If I go back there, I won't be alone.
It's like you haven't moved in 3 years.
It's easier for people to find me this way. Do you remember the relic I told you about? The one I need to find? I've been following a lead. I'm so close I can taste it.
Isn't that what you said last time?
Oh, you mean when I went digging for that stash?
Yes, that turned out to contain several badly written poems and an old boot.
It could have contained the relic. I just thought I'd let you know that I may soon be taking you up on that offer of help.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my god. Oh, I would never say this, but I feel compelled to. It's so corny. I'll do it for a kiss. Where's my hug, babe?
Do I get a kiss from the feisty temptress when I present her with the hard-won prize?
Oh, that's better.
If you want. I'll even let you choose where I plant it.
Alright, that was said better than it was worded. That's good. The friendship plus 25.
That is a very pretty name.
I'll tell her you said so, Daisy.
She can't actually hear you, can she?
Of course she can. What kind of question is that?
Wait, are we talking about your crossbow or something else now?
Fucking hell. Oh, banter's so good. Yeah, saying the words, I'll do it for a kiss, is bad. But, like, how he said it was fine. Isabela spent the past several years trying to track down the relic that she lost in the shipwreck. She believes that it's still in Kirkwall, though why she thinks so is a mystery. Despite her insistence that she's keeping a low profile to avoid her old employer, Castellan, Isabela seems to go out of her way to cause trouble. Recently, one of her jewels evolved into a bar brawl that then spilled out into Lowtown, involving over 20 people, The fracas caused a great deal of damage to several merchant stores. Isabela spent the next 2 weeks in the brig. Captain Aveline allowed her release, but not before extracting a promise that Isabela would not duel on public property again. Whether Isabela actually keeps this promise remains to be seen. There is still more, so I'm assuming that must be tied to questioning beliefs. Isabela in Lowtown's Hanged Man Tavern. Okay.
Why do you always win at cards?
Because I cheat, kitten. This trinket, it's elven, isn't it? From your clan. Don't bet anything you're not prepared to lose. Here, have it back.
Cute. You see Fenris and Varric just chilling in the back?
A jigger of your finest whiskey for my friend over here.
The Hanged Man's finest isn't much, but it'll get you just as drunk as anything you'll find in Hightown.
Nice. Oh, maybe questioning beliefs is because the friendship went up by 25.
And you'll wake up and find someone stolen your trousers.
That's when you know it's a party. I thought I'd have to watch myself around you, but as it turns out, you're all right.
That's mildly insulting, you know.
You know what I mean. You don't judge people. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You know, little things like that. If I had someone like you on board my ship when the storm hit, maybe we wouldn't have been shipwrecked.
I am a very dependable man.
Maybe you would have been shipwrecked sooner. I'm a terrible sailor.
Are you? I suppose I'll have to keel haul you till you shape up.
Oh, and I'm automatically running all the way over here. Friendship 20 with Isabela. So that was a 20 and then a 25. So we've bow. Let's go. I assume we would have done a decent job at getting her friendship ability. Correct. Thumbs up. Isabela's got your back. +5 attack speed for Isabela and Hawk, which is nice. And also for those that hate the fact that I have chosen other attributes to level up for other characters, it all gives you more stuff. Like I've given dexterity to my warrior because the critical chance goes up. He's been had a few points, you know, and then a couple into cunning for critical damage. Like putting only into strength and constitution, you know. I don't know. You guys would be terrible in Dungeons and Dragons, only leveling one attribute and not having others. You've got your two main ones, but it's okay to level the other ones, especially when it comes to like health and stuff. People are very fussy, I find.
And everyone's laughing at him, but he doesn't care. He was naked.
We'll level up Isabela when she's actually in my party again. Because she's not in it, and I backed out of the abilities menu.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawk. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
No plans yet. I'm simply trying to look out for my mother.
After everything that happened with Bethany, that's probably good thinking. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
What would I do without my trusty dwarf? I'd cry myself to sleep without you.
Oh, don't get all teary-eyed on me, Hawk. You know I can't stand to see a human cry. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Nice. That's a Varric friendship +10. Bianca sends her regards. Bartrand vanished after the Deep Roads expedition, and Varric had to divert his attention from searching for his wayward brother to keeping the now abandoned family business from falling apart. Varric now occupies his brother's seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Technically, he rarely attends guild meetings and is hardly ever seen actually occupying the chair in their hall that belongs to House Tethras. He prefers to run the Tethras financial empire from his suite at the Hanged Man, and he never replies to his mail. Okay.
This is the best tavern in Kirkwall. It could use some cute dwarven serving girls, but otherwise, it's perfect.
Good stuff. All right. Good touch. That's speaking with all of our companions, and then we can go to the Chantry for Sebastian.
There are still many refugees.
You know, if you need advice on how to lay low, I can give you some.
Being short would make for an excellent start, I suspect.
Keep that up, Sirrah, and you can keep on hiding like a rank amateur.
What would you suggest, Varric? Cower in the shadows like a rat?
You could try wearing something that didn't scream, "I hate you all, I was a slave."
The markings would still show.
Really? Through anything? That's kinda cool.
I see Torlin's back again to set up a wedding for that daughter of hers, which chases off suitors faster. An overbearing mother or a duck-faced daughter.
Forgive me.
Other person had nothing else to say.
Not enough to ask forgiveness for a sin you committed in Forge. The Maker blessed us with minds and a conscience.
I'm desperately trying to
He does
stay
not
away.
approve when we fail to use them.
I'm sorry.
I'm not the one you wronged.
Okay. The History of the Chantry, Chapter 2. Do we have Chapter 1? That would be in lore, right? The History of Kirkwall. Oh. Yes! There was the fucking second one. I'm good at seeing things. History of the Chantry, Chapter 1. Cool. We are safe to read Chapter 2. When the prophet Andraste and her husband Mathrath arrived at the head of their barbarian horde, southern Tevinter was thrown into chaos. The Imperium had defended against invasions in the past, but now they stood without the protection of their gods, with their army in tatters and their country devastated by the blight. Many felt that the timing of the invasion was yet another of the Maker's miracles in Andraste's campaign to spread his divine word. Andraste was more than simply the wife of a warlord, after all. She was also the betrothed of the Maker. Enraptured by the melodic sound of her voice as she sang to the heavens for guidance, the Maker himself appeared to Andraste and proposed that she come with him, leaving behind the flawed world of humanity. In her wisdom, Andraste pleaded with the Maker to return to his people and create paradise in the world of men. The Maker agreed, but only if all of the world would turn away from the worship of false gods and accept the Maker's divine commandments. Armed with the knowledge of the one true God, Andraste began the exalted march into the weakened Imperium. One of the Maker's commandments, that magic should serve man rather than rule over him, was as honey to the souls of the downtrodden of Tevinter, who lived under the thumbs of the Magisters. Word of Andraste's exalted march, of her miracles and military successes, spread far and wide. Those in the Imperium who felt the old gods had abandoned them eagerly listened to the words of the Maker. Those throngs of restless citizens that destroyed temples now did so in the name of the Maker and his prophet Andraste. As Mathrath's armies conquered the lands of southern Tevinter, so did Andraste's words conquer hearts. It is said that the Maker smiled on the world at the Battle of the Valerian Fields, in which the forces of Mathrath challenged and defeated the greatest army Tevinter could muster. The southern reaches of the mighty Imperium now lay at the mercy of barbarians. Faith in the Maker, bolstered by such miracles, threatened to shake the foundations of the Imperium apart. Of course, the human heart is more powerful than the greatest weapon, and when wounded, it is capable of the blackest of deeds. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Sebi, what's up?
I thought it would end here. Young Master Hawk destroyed Flint Company, none remain. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death
is never justice.
Hawk, we were just talking about you.
Carry on. I love to eavesdrop.
Hawk said sarcastically.
You know I hate it when you do that.
Hawk muttered in an angry aside to the dwarf. If, you two have a moment, I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harrimans, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
My favorite part of Varric saying that to my Hawk in this moment is then you take yourself out of it and you go back to where Varric is being interrogated by Cassandra, and he's going, and so Hawk said sarcastically, and then, and it's just like, it's funny just to think about that.
Tell me about this family.
Lord Harriman used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johanne Harriman. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harriman was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
Is there any peaceful way to resolve this?
If you treat the Harrimans like those mercenaries, you could start a war. Go carefully, Sebastian.
I must speak with Lady Harriman and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
Okay.
Why is everybody looking at me?
I don't know why Choir Boy here didn't yell Hawk to the rescue. That's clearly what he was going for.
If this allows Sebastian to make peace, it is worth doing. You've taken on lesser causes.
Please. I have no one else to turn to. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harriman. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
Oh, there he is. He's been added right at the end there. So weird to see Bethany still in there. So here's a rogue. So we now have 3 rogues, 2 mages with 1 gone, and 3 warriors. Lovely. And this is where all of our longbows that we've picked up would actually go to use. I'm gonna be real with you. I have a very established clique right now. I got a posse. I got a group. This guy's coming in really late. He has to earn his favor with the rest of the group now, because I don't know why I would use him as a rogue over my other 2 favorite rogues. So, sorry, man. I already got my favorite rogues over here. Really good, though, that both of the rogues that we've already had in our party, great characters. Really enjoy them. Everyone's great. So I'm sure there's got to be something redeeming about this princely fellow. Maybe. Who knows? Sebastian has spent the past 3 years advancing his campaign to retake Starkhaven. He's been traveling extensively between Kirkwall and other Free Marcher cities, attempting to recruit sufficient allies to build an army, with Mapo securing the Hawk family a place among Kirkwall's nobility. The 2 have crossed paths a few times, but an exiled prince like Sebastian has far better access than Mapo to the Viscount and other heads of state. So far, though, a few families have agreed to support Sebastian with actual troops, leaving him in the difficult position of trying to retake his city with no army. Okay. Okay. Well, that's that. We've added Sebastian to the party in the next chapter of the game. So we've got 1 companion quest left, which is Repentance. So that is go to the Harriman's estate. Ariani for the Night Terrors. Mistress Selby, Journey's Tomes of Dark Magic, which is just to destroy them, hidden in and around Kirkwall. And then 3 main plots. There you go. A lot of companion focus as well. Like, we have a lot more companion quests and checking in with them and stuff, and I do like that. It's very good. Okay, I believe with that in mind, let's hit up some places. So Black Powder Courtesy and all of that. That's where the Canary and the Arashok is at. That's the main quest. Let's head to the gallows.
You really ought to take that offer, Elf. It'd keep the coterie off your back pretty much permanently.
I don't need employment.
But it wouldn't kill you to make some friends in this city. 3 years and you're practically a ghost.
I prefer it that way.
Healthy attitude there. Forget I said anything.
We've got Solivitus here again, and Emmerich for the prime suspect. Thrask is no longer chilling where Thrask used to be chilling. Cullen is here though. Oh no, Thrask has moved. 3 years and he's moved across the way. Perfect. What quest are we doing here? We're doing prime suspect. Oh, it's a main plot to speak to Emmerich. Okay. I just want to... I'm trying to think about who would be the right people to bring along in our party for something like this. And it might be better to have some mages involved, potentially.
The Knight Commander found Grace and the other Starkhaven mages. They're still in quarantine.
Oh, damn. Thrask gave us the update, just in, like, random off-the-cuff dialogue, that Grace got found. There's only, like, the one that sent the letter that survived, I guess.
I think Grace trusts me. I'm the only Templar she tolerates near her people. This isn't how it should be. Templars protect mages. We should stand together, against demons, not fight among ourselves. Before Meredith, things were different.
He's the only one who can command me.
I'm seeing some fucking, just some random love thing taking place in the background here as well.
This isn't how it should be. Templars...
What are you doing, Cullen?
Hawk, the new scion of the Amel family. Congratulations. Anyway, what can I do for you?
This is the oh, so Cullen's the one who took my sister away. Right?
Is there anything I can help the Templars with?
Oh, you're kind to offer, but after what happened with Tirani 3 years ago, the Knight Commander has closed ranks. Our own men undergo weekly questioning, and she's eliminated all work with outsiders. It's hard to keep recruitment up enough to maintain our numbers.
Everyone seems concerned about the Kunari. What's the Templars' stance?
They are heathens. They will stop at nothing less than the eradication of the Chantry. But we can't know the immediate goals of the Kunari in Kirkwall. Should it come to open conflict, we are the largest army in the city. We will be the ones to lead its defense.
I keep hearing about the Knight Commander. When do I get to meet her?
I'm afraid she's become more reclusive since you came to Kirkwall, Hawk. These last 3 years especially, she's been very suspicious of outside influences. I almost wonder if something happened. Make her guide you, Hawk.
Okay.
I was just leaving.
Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over you. I might change my party before engaging with Emmerich. I'll decide on the arrangement.
Why would anybody make a place like this?
Preaching sedition. The Templars would not feel so compelled to use the right of tranquility.
You're looking well. My store is much better stocked thanks to you. If you're interested in hunting down more ingredients, I can make other creations. And of course, I'll pay you for your work.
Sure?
Sure. Just let me know what you need.
Perfect. I have a list of ingredients right here.
Herbalist task, once again. Ring of the Faithful. Plus 11 defense. Not bad. So I got to keep all of my sovereigns. I really thought that when we were going to head off to the Deep Roads, I would lose 50 sovereigns from my party, from my inventory. So that's just kind of funny. At this point, it's just kind of a laugh. I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't even need to worry about that in the end. I guess I'll keep some blades, my bow maybe for Sebastian. I've now got Blade of the Red Birth and Thrice Bound, which are pretty good. We can give those to Isabela. Winterweight, I'll see what that's like for Aveline. Lithandralis. I'll put his named weapon in my storage, because that's like a cool named one. Oathbreaker. Yeah, I might equip Oathbreaker, because it's got a rune slot, more physical damage, 82 attack. We'll have a look. I can ditch pretty much all of this stuff, because probably not going to need to do any of it. It really does streamline armor, doesn't it? When you get to this point, you're like, yeah, anything that's not good for your character, throw it away, because it's not going to any of the other characters. And then we'll keep a few things, because I want to chuck it on some other characters. Just keep that for now. Perfect.
Rescued me from my sins.
But we do know that if you, apparently if you take your runes off, oh, backpack. If you take your rune off, it's now a permanent fixture. So if I take it off, it's all gone. It's destroyed, I guess. We got the Lyrium Weave for Anders. So it's actually good to check all of these stores again, because the inventory has changed over the years, which is very good for us. Get some more companion armor upgrades. So I'll check these over here. Probably another backpack at some other shop somewhere. The Subtle Brute. The Markham Heartstopper. Weapon and shield. Messy kills, as if they aren't messy enough. That'll be good for Aveline, though. 7 deaths. We will think about it, I suppose. Armor shop. Defender of the Wall. 2 rune slots, 122 armor. Damn. Monolith's Heart. 163 armor, 34 health, 16 armor, and health regen rate. Ooh. Ooh. I know that this is going to replace our Fallen set. We don't have Gauntlets of the Fallen yet, though, so we don't know what the bonus will even be until it's all equipped, but this is mighty tempting for basically an across-the-board increase. But, I may hold off. Extra rune slot for Sebastian. Bah! Rune of Lightning Warding. Wonderful.
Do you need new armor?
Do you need new armor? No. We're not going to talk... Yeah, we won't talk to Emmerich yet. In this case, let's head to the Lowtown markets, and then I'll check the Hightown markets. See what we can purchase. So and Ariane's here. Oh, there's an armor merchant there that I don't think that we checked in with before we left. I remember hitting these ones up, but we might have missed this person, which is a shame. They might have had something before we left for the deep roads.
The Viscount's gardens, Daisy.
Oh, they're enormous. And they're always empty. Why don't more people go to see them?
Probably because they're private and surrounded by guards.
I thought all those men looked a bit cross.
Yeah, armor merchant. Chest guard of the scoundrel. Impact plating for Aveline. Increases armor. Yeah, I wonder what was there before, if anything. Hopefully I got lucky and there wasn't anything there, but that's right. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. Trinkets Emporium. Split bone necklace. Health regen, healing, and good fire resistance. Not bad. Ooh. A signet ring, a gift. Looks like it's a plot point. Okay, 8 sovereigns for that. Sure. Yeah. Interesting. The Tethras signet ring. Varric might be interested in the Tethras family signet ring. Okay. Like now?
I think Bianca's gotten scratched.
Okay. Is it... Okay. Maybe it goes into the invisible inventory and maybe I have to talk to him in the Hanged Man. Alright. Darktown plead. Well, at least we know it's a good idea to check in with all of the merchants. Because there's even plot-related gifts. There used to be a merchant here, did there not? No longer. Enchanter's staff. Gloves of the Void. Nice, another backpack. Rigid boning. Isabela. Isabela loves a rigid boning. What the fuck? This was where the... Wait, am I... Huh? This used to be the Ferelden import place? Am I crazy? This used to be the Ferelden imported goods. They've built a whole different thing there and it's gone. What the fuck? Okay. Environment change too. Weird. I mean, oh. It is in a different spot.
The prophets help Ferelden refugees.
It is in a different spot. Threw me for a loop because I was expecting to see it in that particular spot that I missed it on the map. Okay. Shadow's Reach. I can't even equip it. Winter's Breath. 26 cold damage. Hopefully. Hello there. What you got? You got bows. Vain. Okay. Dexterity and cunning armor though. Tear of Ferelden. Plus 10 health, critical chance, and enemies drop better equipment. Nice. Armor struts for Anders. God, there's so many more upgrades now than there were before. Getting them all, baby! Okay, so we now know where that is. Gamlen's... Oh, we can still go into Gamlen's house, we just can't access it from the map. Let's go to Gamlen's house. Let's see what happens if we go in there from here. I knew that I was getting thrown for a loop though with the subtle environment change, so I guess that in the past 3 years they're like, you gotta move, you gotta build a column, we gotta build a pillar here. You gotta move shop, I'm afraid. Gotta get out of here.
What do you do in that gigantic house all day?
Dance, of course.
Really?
I run from room to room, choreographing routines.
You're actually joking. Alert the Chantry. They need to put this on the calendar.
And you thought I was always serious.
Well, we know one thing he's not doing in that place all day. Cleaning. He ain't doing that. Oh, Gamlen. Gamlen, Gamlen, Gamlen. Look at this place. Oh, you've barred the door shut. Oh, I used to have all my fancy things in there. You've got the double fireplace, though. Alright, what you doing, boy?
So you're moving up in the world? Got some coin to share with your favorite uncle?
Oh, my favorite part is we have moved up in the world and he is still here in the same house. We're like, nice. We're getting your mail, sir. What do you reckon? What are the chances that you think that Gamlen changed his address to our mansion in the hopes that we would pay his debts because that's why we got that random letter. I'm like, Gamlen's not in my house. He's definitely changed his address to be like, oh, maybe they'll take sympathy on their poor uncle and pay it.
I was hoping you'd come. You did so much for my Feynriel already, but I visited him among the people, but he turned me away. I know the demons still plague him, and now they've taken him. 2 days ago, Feynriel went into a nightmare and hasn't returned.
He can't be woken up?
The Keeper says he is near death. His lips still fog a mirror, but that is all.
Oh my god, are we about to have a mage take a Fade adventure to fight off a demon possession?
Surely there are mages who can pursue him in the Fade.
I have contacted Keeper Marathari. The Dalish have an ancient ritual that might help, but it requires someone Feynriel trusts to enter the Fade to free him.
Can I enter the Fade? Can I enter the Fade in this way? Or does it need to be a mage? Interesting, okay.
This is hardly my area of expertise, but is there anything I can do?
Marathari is coming to perform the ritual that will bring Feynriel back. His childhood things here will help anchor him.
The Fade is a place for mages, not for people like you and I.
The Keeper will delve into the ancient magics to protect this half-breed. She wouldn't do so for me.
I've already called for the Keeper. We need to begin the ritual as quickly as possible. Would you like to stay here or return when she arrives?
I'm ready to start. Yeah.
This is too urgent to delay.
You have been far kinder than I had any right to expect.
Okay. She got here quick. How interesting of a Dalish elf to come here and look upon the alienage. Wow. Beautiful music.
I came quickly, Ariane. I did not wish to tell you by letter how grave your son's situation is. The magic he possesses makes him what the Tevinters called Somniari, a dreamer. Dreamers have the power to control the beyond, what humans call the Fade. Feynriel is the first in 2 ages to survive.
Whoa. Well, yeah, that seems pretty big. That's big news.
Why are they so rare?
Dreamers have great power in the Fade. They attract demons. Luckily, most prove too frail of mind to survive a demon's possession. A dreamer abomination would be near unstoppable.
Is there a difference between the Beyond and the Fade?
They are the same. By either name, the Fade is the realm of spirits, Thedas' heart, while the mortal realm is its strong arm. The demons who live there covet the bodies of mortals and seek to possess them. Only mages ever touch the Fade in a waking state. Others see it in dreams.
What exactly are we going to do here?
The elves of the Dales were experts in the Somniari arts. They could even help those with no power enter the Fade. I have done my best to recreate the ritual. We will use Feynriel's childhood home as a focus to draw him back through the Vael.
So they can send one with no power into the Fade, so they could send me into the Fade? Is that what they're getting at? Because he trusts me, I'm the one?
What can a dreamer do?
Dreamers are unique for their ability to enter the Fade at will, without the aid of lyrium. In the Fade, they can shape dreams, and even affect the world beyond the Vael. Tevinter Somniari used to enter the minds of sleepers and slay them in their dreams.
Whoa, okay. Goddamn. I have a thought here as well in terms of entering the Fade is what would Anders be like if he was in the Fade? Because he's got the whole justice thing going on. If we were to see Anders in the Fade, would it be Justice and Anders together, or would they be like separately there? Would it be like a Golem thing? They'd both be in the same body? That sort of talking to themselves thing? I don't know. That is quite an interesting train of thought. Yeah, give me money.
Just send me into the Fade.
I told you he was amazing.
It is me.
Now, Ariane, please excuse us. We must prepare.
Oh, of course.
Be prepared.
There is more, I must tell you, that is not for her ears.
Naturally. Flirting with the Keeper.
Is Feynriel in danger?
Indeed. And the danger may not come from what you think. Feynriel cannot become an abomination. The destruction he would cause is unimaginable. If you cannot save him from the demons, you must kill him yourself. A death in the Fade will make him what your circle calls tranquil. He will be no threat after.
I get it, though. I do get it, because that would be not good.
I will not let him become a danger.
I wish you luck. Now, gather a team, and we will begin. Choose carefully, for all will face temptation.
Can I come? I'd love to see the ritual. And I promise I won't be a bother.
I have no desire to explore the Fade, but if you need me, I will go.
I admit, I'm a little fascinated.
Let us begin.
I love Varric saying, I'll admit it, I'm a little fascinated. It's like, yeah, because you can't dream, bruh. You ain't never seen the Fade. And the only ways a dwarf can ever see the Fade is if he's the main character of Dragon Age Origins and gets forced in there by a sloth demon. I'm going to take Anders, because I want to see what Anders looks like in the Fade, what that whole thing is. This is really weird, though, because I just thought it was just going to be me going in solo. We're going to take Merrill and Anders, and we're going to take Varric, because I want a dwarf in the Fade, because it's always very humorous to me. So we can send him in there. We should give Varric a little dreamy visit to the Fade, right? He's never seen it, or probably never see it again. Fenris doesn't want to go. Isabela would, like, make it sexual somehow. So I think this is a good crew. We'll take 2 mages, and we'll bring Varric along. I am most curious for Anders in this situation, though, for sure.
I had not thought to return in such a way. It is good to feel the breath of the Fade again, not the empty air of your world.
Yeah! God, this is so satisfying that actually something happens. Like, imagine if it was just Anders, you know, just like, yeah, it's me, I don't feel anything, I'm the same. I'm so glad that there is actually, like, a response. That's so cool! Justice, I presume. Why is that an aggressive statement?
Does that happen to every mage in the Fade?
I am Justice. Anders has told you of me. Come. I sense Feynriel's mind straining. We will not have much time.
Damn. Merrill rivalry? Why have we got Merrill rivalry? We got a +10 on Merrill's rivalry. Does she not like that we've brought Anders? Maybe. Maybe she doesn't like that we brought Anders. She asked to come to the ritual, so it's got to be the fact that maybe Anders has come along, and it's like justice. Oh, I guess I was super curious to see what he'd look like, or talk, or sound like, and then here it is. But thinking about it, because it is more of a spirit of vengeance, I wonder how this guy is going to deal with this situation. He might be very keen for the whole, let's kill this guy, instead of trying to save him. And I think that might be why Merrill isn't feeling it. The very thing, her friendship meter's far up along where it's okay, but, The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart, always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloguing a few hundred types of spirits, before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections of a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. Good name. Templars. Often portrayed as stoic and grim, the Order of Templars was created as the martial arm of the Chantry, armed with the ability to dispel and resist magic. In addition to their formidable combat talents, the Templars are uniquely qualified to act as both foil for apostates, mages who refuse to submit to the authority of the Circle, and a first line of defense against the dark powers of blood mages and abominations. While mages often resent the Templars as symbols of the Chantry's control over magic, the people of Theta see them as saviors and holy warriors, champions of all that is good, armed with piety enough to protect the world from the ravages of foul magic. In reality, the Chantry's militant arm looks first for skilled warriors with unshakable faith in the Maker, with a flawless moral center as a secondary concern. Templars must carry out their duty with an emotional distance, and the Order of Templars prefer soldiers with religious fervor and absolute loyalty over paragons of virtue who might question orders when it comes time to make difficult choices. The Templars' power derives from the substance lyrium, a mineral believed to be the raw element of creation. While mages use lyrium in their arcane spells and rituals, Templars ingest the primordial mineral to enhance their abilities to resist and dispel magic. Lyrium use is regulated by the Chantry, but some Templars suffer from lyrium addiction, the effects of which include paranoia, obsession, and dementia. Templars knowingly submit themselves to this treatment in the service of the Order and the Maker. In this, it is this sense of ruthless piety that most frightens mages when they draw the Templars' attention. When the Templars are sent to eliminate a possible blood mage, there is no reasoning with them. If the Templars are prepared, the mage's magic is all but useless. Driven by their faith, the Templars are one of the most feared and respected forces in Thedas. I don't know when that popped up, but I must have missed it. We've definitely read those ones. Items, creatures, no new creatures. Perfect. Alrighty then. We are in the Fade, and Varric is here, and Justice is here, and Merrill doesn't like it.
Everything here is cold. Hard stone. I wish I'd worn shoes with soles now.
Alright, because Merrill's just rocking it barefoot.
There is an injustice here that must be stopped, one way or another.
There is an injustice here, huh?
Lead the way.
He's just like, why am I here? I am curious, but we'll see. Is there... what the fuck? What is... There's a book. Book. Alright, hang on, I'm waiting for the book to... Well, there's a floating book?
This is no time to speak.
Floating book. Damn it. Alright. Oh. Fucking... Floating book. Oh my god. Floating book! I'm so... I'm so bad at clicking on this thing. All my characters are in the way. I clicked on it. I got it. What the fuck? There's floating books. I got some attributes. Okay. This is like instead of like when we were in the Fade in Dragon Age Origins and you get your permanent increase to random stats, some of which don't apply to your character much, you can actually choose. Alright, be on the lookout for floating books. That is funny. And floating barrels. Oh. Oh! There are mini barrels! What am I doing here? Okay. Barrels. Oh. Oh. Right. Right on, dude. Okay. Do I just need to... Whoa! Oh my god, fucking scared the shit out of me. What the fuck? I'm focusing on my fucking barrels, dude. What the fuck? I'm trying to like... What the fucking demonic jump scare? It was loud as fuck. What the what? Did I do it wrong? I don't even know what I was supposed to do. I was about to put that small barrel over there. I don't know, man. What? Alright, well I can't interact with it anymore. Okay. Did I fuck up whatever the barrel thing was? Weird. Alright, oh god. More barrels. I don't know what it means though. I don't know what this means. I don't know, do you just want to line up all the barrels or something? All the red ones?
Everything here is
Go, can you move?
hard stone. I wish I'd worn shoes with soles now.
Four barrels in a row. No? How does that not solve my problem? Look at that. Look how neatly that is arranged, okay? Oh. Get the 4 barrels to... Okay, hang on. 4 barrels. I gotcha. Ready? I gotcha. I know what's going on here. Circle this shit around. Ah. Ah. Oh! Okay. I have a feeling that it must be... How long ago did we save? Like 10 minutes ago when we first got here? Okay. I have a feeling that you must get a limited amount of tries, and if you don't do it in the correct amount of tries, you fail. So I should have looked for the context clues of putting these 4 barrels together, but instead I was like, line them all up. It's just pure guesswork because I wasn't paying attention. I'm tempted to retry, actually. Let's load our autosave. I'm tempted to retry.
It is good to feel the breath of the Fade again.
Does that happen?
I am...
Okay, we got the codex entry for the Templars at this point, and also, for some reason, the Merrill rivalry did not appear on my screen this time. Bit confused. That's weird. Strange. Okay, well... Oh, it was only 1 attribute point from the book, because I already had an attribute point waiting for me. Okay. Oh, if I just click on it, my character is just going to chase it. That's funny. Now that I've clicked on it once, he's just going to chase it around. Alright, I'll wait for it to come back. Nice. 1 attribute point. There you go. Okay. Alright, now what we'll do with these barrels is we will save beforehand. So I will save. Is there a hint to what needs to be done with the barrels here? There's 3. I would assume that if we just put the 3 barrels on the bottom, that would solve it, right? So let's put 3 barrels on the bottom. That's probably not the right way to do it, is it? Oh, this is going to take too many turns, isn't it? And then we're going to make the game mad. Oh. Aha! I did it in enough turns. So again, we are given an attribute point. Okay. And it's just our main character that gets it, not the rest of our party. Alright, nice. Alright, we are now going to save before we do the barrel puzzles. Okay, let's have some fun with the barrels. Okay. And then let's do this one. Might have messed this one up a little bit. Let's see. There we go. And then bop. And bop. Nice. Alright. And if... Oh, we got 2 that time. And then if you fail, I guess, demons appear. It was worth it to reload to actually see how it's supposed to go then.
Well,
oh!
It's rare to see 2 forgotten magics in one day. It's usually a slow place, the Fade. Not many surprises. I wasn't sure I'd like this one, but it has potential. A demon of sloth. It exists to make men forget their purpose and their pride. Do not relax around it. Call me Torpor. I have a proposition that might interest you.
It's got a name! Alright. Well, at least we've got our whole team in the Fade. We're not just alone and have to transform into a rat or something over a period of time. Wouldn't that be nice? Bop!
I will not give in to temptation, fiend.
Have it your way.
Oh, bruh. Anders friendship +10. Merrill rivalry +5. Merrill's got a... Merrill's a bit of a bad bitch, isn't she? She really is just like very apologetically into the whole doing stuff with demons thing. She's very much just like, hell yeah, man. Let's sign up with the demons. Let's do the blood mage stuff. And I just like, I don't agree. I don't vibe with it.
Now you fall! My goodness.
Good night, Torpor. So she finds it exciting.
Have I mentioned that I don't really like it here?
You asked to be involved with the ritual.
Let us do this quickly. I have no wish to stay here.
God. Fucking pissy pants over here. Should have brought Isabela with me. At least she'd keep me entertained. God damn. Merrill the Blood Mage doesn't like it when we don't side with the demons. I'll remember that. Feynriel's pride. Fenriel's desires. Okay. Yeah. I think Merrill's alright, but she's, got a couple of things that just don't align with how I like to do things, you know? Doesn't really line up. After this excursion, Merrill, I might boot you out of the party as a result. Oh, see you later, friends. They just literally vanished. Oh. I am a woman now.
That's it, Feynriel. Pardon the downstroke, then lift. Good. I'll have you scribing all my letters soon. If I'd known you were such a brave lad, I'd have brought you into the business years ago.
Does that mean I can come with you to Antitha, Father? Mother said maybe this summer. Right, Mother?
Oh, this is weird. Okay. So, yeah, it's like this is... This would be encouraging him to give in to the demonic possession that's taking hold of him right now, right? And then this is like being too aggressive. God, this is going to be delicate, isn't it?
Your father never wanted anything to do with you. Don't trust him.
Why are you lying to me?
Don't listen, son. She's always been ashamed of you. She wanted you gone, so she could go back to the dailies. I'm the one who loves you.
But why can't I remember you?
Should we spook him or should we just try and coerce him?
This is a trick, Feynriel. He wants something from you.
Why? That's right. I spent my whole childhood waiting for you.
Your mother never allowed.
My mother loves me. She showed me the letters she wrote you. You never wrote back. And it was Mother who taught me to write, not you. I've never met you before. Who are you?
Don't.
Let's go. Ah ha ha.
You turned him against me.
You have done that yourself.
Complete accident. I was trying to help. Honest.
You have cost me a dreamer. But at least you will provide me a death.
Fuck him up. Ooh, there's a name. I like that these demons have names. We've got like Torpor, the sloth demon, and then we've got Caress, the desire demon. And they're no match for the power of my axe. Oh man. I think because this game like is trying its best almost to branch out from the tactical combat and make it much more fast-paced with action RPG elements to it. Those things don't really mesh too well in terms of both action RPG with turn-based tactical combat. So I think what I really like about this game is you've got a bit of a mixture of and choice in terms of whether you want to have the tactical stuff take place or whether you want that to be that fast-paced, bloodied action RPG sort of stuff. And I'm enjoying feeling like a strong warrior cleaving through my enemies, living up to the name of the champion of Kirkwall. It feels really good. I'm really liking it. Everything does feel weaker than it did before, though. I will point that out. That I guess it might come with the fact that my character's... well, I guess my character has more strength. Like, I'm leveling my boy up, but, like, everything is dying faster, like, much faster than it was before like, this part of the game, like, from the deep roads before, which is a little bit interesting. I'm not sure if maybe it's just the demons in the Fade are weaker, or whether the game's being weird, or whether we're just meant to get to a point where they're kind of paper mache. So I might bump it up. I might bump up the difficulty just to see how much of a difference it truly makes in regards to how spongy these characters are. Because if we're cleaving through them now, when we weren't before, I kind of liked it how it was before, where it didn't, the fights weren't taking forever, but they weren't just a pain in the ass, you know? Alright, let's see if a difference is made in terms of characters, in terms of damage that we do now. As we enter the Pride Room. Beyond the Vael, spirits and demons. It is challenging enough for the casual observer to tell the difference between the Fade and the creatures that live within it, let alone between one type of spirit and another. In truth, there is little that distinguishes them, even for the most astute mages. Since spirits are not physical entities and are therefore not restricted to recognizable forms, or even having a form at all, one can never tell for certain what is alive and what is merely part of the scenery. It is therefore advisable for the inexperienced researcher to greet all objects he encounters. Typically, we misuse the term spirit to refer only to the benign, or at least less malevolent creatures of the Fade, but in truth, all the denizens of the realm beyond the Vael are spirits. As the Chant of Light notes, everything within the Fade is a mimicry of our world, our poor imitation, for the spirits do not remotely understand what they are copying. It is no surprise that much of the Fade appears like a manuscript translated from Tevinter into Orlesian and back again by drunken initiates. In general, spirits are not complex, or rather, they are not complex as we understand such things. Each one seizes upon a single facet of human experience, rage, hunger, compassion, hope, etc. This one idea becomes their identity. We classify as demons those spirits who identify themselves with darker human emotions and ideas. The most common and weakest form of demon one encounters in the Fade is the Rage Demon. They are much like perpetually boiling kettles, for they exist only to vent hatred, but rarely have an object to hate. Somewhat above these are the Hunger Demons, who do little but eat or attempt to eat everything they encounter, including other demons. This is rarely successful. Then there are the Sloth Demons. These are the first intelligent creatures one typically finds in the Fade. They are dangerous only on those rare occasions that they can be induced to get up and do harm. Desire Demons are more clever and far more powerful, using all forms of bribery to induce mortals into their realms. Wealth, love, vengeance, whatever lies closest to your heart. The most powerful demons yet encountered are the Pride Demons, perhaps because they, among their kind, most resemble men. Nice. Okay. Nothing in here, right? Yep. Alrighty. Another door here. Alright. Merrill. See you later, Chief. What am I turning into this time? Ah, the Keeper. To be expected. Oh,
My
no.
people, I present to you our hope. His features may mark him as human, but in his heart beats the blood of the Dales. He came to us to learn his heritage, to release the power from a lineage as ancient as our race.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, what's going on here?
This is a trick.
First Enchanter, what are you doing here? Mother told me the Dalish are honorable. Why would the Keeper lie?
Why would she entrust her people to a human?
You are one of us, Feynriel. Your magic will restore our greatness.
But you told me this magic was outlawed for a reason. Even the Dalish don't practice it anymore.
Could the elves trust you with the power to shape reality?
Could
you trust yourself?
Don't listen to him. The First Enchanter is trying to keep you from realizing your greatness.
Trying to keep me from temptation. Just like you were. You're not the Keeper. Be gone, fiend.
Nice.
You. Why did you interfere?
What?
With my power joined to his,
Oh!
Fenris would have changed the world.
Yes! Nice. Look at this big boy. Is this a Pride demon then? because we've seen this model before. This is like the same demon when we put all the limbs in the bag and went to the altar in Origins, and we let it free. But is this a pride demon? I'm not sure. I'll admit when I'm not sure on something in terms of the demonic appearances. I guess we'll find out when we slay this one.
Have you ever seen an abomination? They are ugly.
You put such stock in appearances. Perhaps that is why your friend's loyalty only goes skin deep. You think this elf, with her innocent face, would turn down a demon's offer? She didn't before. How about it? Would you take what I offered the boy? Scion of the Dalish, savior of elvenkind.
Can you do that?
I am the greatest of my kind. Whatever tricks your little pet has taught you will pale in comparison.
Demons always turn on you in the end.
I cannot put you ahead of the fate of my people.
You took my dreamer. Now you'll take his place.
Idiot girl. Idiot girl. Are we getting... Wait, we're not even in combat. I've got no UI. Why don't I have any UI? Oh, there it is. Merrill rivalry plus 20? Why did my UI disappear? What the fuck? Excuse me. Well, see you later. Is she dead? If she dies during this Fade ritual, does she end up becoming... Did we just tranquil Merrill in real life, or is she dead? Alright, okay, I think everything's just weaker. Everything's just weaker in the Fade, or we're really powerful. Like... It's on hard. It's on hard. We just crushed that fucker. Oh, it was a pride demon. There you go. It was a pride demon. Merrill was literally just like, oh, can you do that? Oh, cool. I can't put you ahead of the fate of my people, sorry. Oh. Look, mate, if Merrill wants to be stupid and easily swayed by demons, got no place in my party then. Get fucked. I just said, like, that Merrill would be probably getting replaced in my party soon with this attitude, and, well, like, she forced my hand. Quite literally. Wow. Stupid girl. Let me explain what it is to face a pride demon, my friends. You may scoff and say that our talents exist only to face mages, but you will encounter demons often. They will be summoned by a Maleficar and bound to do his bidding, and while at times they will be forced into their possession of a host, they will also face you in their true form. A powerful opponent indeed. Do not underestimate it. Pride is powerful and intelligent. When we have encountered one in its true form, its most common attacks are bolts of fire and ice. Fire they will use to burn an opponent, and the magical flame will combust anything you wear regardless of make. Ice they will use to freeze an opponent in place. Be cautious, for they enjoy employing this against warriors in particular. More than one group of Templars has made the mistake of attempting to overwhelm a pride demon and suffered the consequences, believe me. And if you think that having the aid of other mages will assist you, you are wrong. Pride demons can render themselves immune to magic for short times, and are adept at dispelling magic that is cast upon you, as much as we Templars are able to disrupt spells. Think on that for a moment, my friends. Be wary of how prideful you become, lest you find too much in common with such a fiend. Yeah, so that is a pride demon. Good to know. return to Feynriel. Okay. Without Merrill. And here's the thing. Let's talk about this from a story point of view. And this is what I love about our choice-based RPGs. Absolutely adore it. Is this wasn't a mistake that we made. This was a choice that we made. And whenever I've made mistakes in playthroughs, sometimes I'll be like, didn't really mean for that. Sometimes it comes from a misunderstanding or just an error of judgment or something like that. And there have been instances where we've reloaded some things in the past out of mistakes being made or something like that. But whenever there's a significant, genuine choice that I've intentionally made, I love the fun of those consequences. It's great. To this day, people still chastise me for the loss of the Council in Mass Effect 1, and I laugh in their faces because it's a choice-based RPG, and they were like, haha, you're gonna fail in Mass Effect 3. Did I fail in Mass Effect 3? No, I didn't. No, I did not. So you can suck on my big toe. And that's like the thing, is like everyone's experiences in choice-based RPGs will be different. I'm sure the Merrill fans are going to be so upset that I don't have Merrill anymore. But here's the thing. Stupid girl! We're literally in the Fade performing a ritual to stop demonic possession, and we are witnessing the manipulation firsthand. As soon as, literally as soon as a pride demon says, hey you, would you take this offer? Do you want this? And she goes, can you do that? He goes, yeah. And she's like, oh, fuck yeah. I turned against me immediately. Not even with like full rivalry meter or anything. If you look at the list, we were still over in the friendship line. Immediately turns on me and says, yeah, sorry, I can't put you in front of my people, and fights me. Like, that wasn't a moral choice. Like, when we've explored previous options in Dragon Age Origins and we went and like dipped blood into the tears of Andraste, and Leliana and Wynne are just like, what are you doing? And attacked us. That makes so much sense. That's like, look, you're justified. You are standing your ground. That's your moral high ground. You don't want me to desecrate the ashes of Andraste, and you will leave my party as a result. Respectable decision, right? But if I have an idiot in my party that at the first offer, with no proof or evidence whatsoever that can even back up that claim, and she goes, fuck yeah, I'm in with the demons. Idiotic behavior. And, like, she was already into Blood Mage stuff and making deals with demons anyway. Can't be trusted. You know? Can't be trusted. And that just proves it. If there was ever a test of character for Merrill there, failed miserably. Ridiculous. I am actually super curious what we're going to witness here. What happens when we get out of the Fade? Is Merrill dead? Is she now tranquil because we've killed her in the Fade? I'm not entirely sure on the consequences here, or will we just enter and she'll wake up and be fine? I don't think she'll be fine. I think that was us killing Merrill, which is unfortunate when you lose a party member in that way, especially when she was very useful, had great abilities and stuff, but from a story standpoint, very much conflicting with what my character wants and where they see themselves in terms of with doing deals with demons and blood magic and all of that kind of stuff. I'm just ultimately so very disappointed in her that there was not even a shred of resistance to the demon while we are trying to undo a demon's manipulation of another person. It's like zero character smarts there. She was like, yeah, I believe you. I can't believe it. I'm like shocked. I'm shocked.
I'm not sure if this is real. If so, it is the second time I owe you my life. The Fade feels different now. I see the stitches, the seams holding it together. I feel I could wake at any moment.
Nice.
You are free of these nightmares. Where will you go now?
The Dalish do not have what I need. Perhaps to Vinter. If these powers can be trained, it would be there.
This is a far cry from the sniveling boy we pulled from those slavers. He may be ready.
My mother would not look kindly on such a journey. Can you give her my farewell?
Oh, he's just gonna... I think he's allowed to make his own choices as long as it's not his own choice to make a deal with a demon.
May the Maker guide your path, Feynriel.
Perhaps there is a way out of this. I can do this.
Mans really went, this is a dream, and woke up. Alright.
Feynriel has mastered his powers.
Then he lives. You saved him. I cannot thank you enough. Keeper Marathari, may I return with you to the Sunderlands? I would like to ask for my son's forgiveness.
He's gone.
Of course. It was you who chose to stay away.
Alright, Merrill's fine. Merrill's fine. We need to have words, she and I, if Merrill's fine. I thought if you... So is it not like if you die in the Fade, you die in real life? Or if you die in the Fade, it's like the equivalent of becoming... It's the equivalent of becoming tranquil. Maybe it doesn't apply when you're sent there via a ritual. Yeah, Feynriel's leaving.
He must go elsewhere to train. There is no one in Kirkwall to help him. He asked me to say goodbye.
My son? No. I must find him before he goes.
It is wise for him to seek guidance. Kirkwall cannot provide what he needs. I truly did not think what you did was possible. You are a rare human indeed.
You have my apologies. It is easy to forget that one cannot bind demons with words.
Your friend awakened here some time ago. No one is immune to a demon's offer. You accomplished a miracle with Feynriel. This book belonged to the last dreamer of our tribe. It has a rare magic beyond price. Please, accept it with my gratitude.
Damn, so he bonked Merrill on the head in the dream and she woke up in real life. Dead to me. Dead to me. Unbelievable. I thought she might have actually been dead. I was mentally prepared for people to be like, how dare you kill Merrill?
So many Kunari lately. Do you think they like it here?
Dead to me. Permanently banned from the party. What the fuck? And still the friendship is here. I straight up thought we'd just killed a party member, because whenever we've had a party member turn on us in Dragon Age Origins, it results in their death because they leave the party. So there's no consequences for the dying in the ritual then. Merrill's just fine. She just woke up before everyone else and went, oh dear. Seems I did an oopsie. She's fallen very far from my good graces in terms of companion rankings with that act. Almost as if like she's dead to me. Almost as if like she's dead to me. I was really expecting the loss of a companion there, and I went on my full tirade and rant about it, only for her to just be fine. Kind of interesting that there's no consequences there, and she just apologizes. She failed that test immediately. No resistance. I'm like, sure, no one's immune to a demon deal. Like, I'll give you that, but at the same time, not even an inch, the tiniest little amount of resistance was given there. She jumped right in. Without a second thought, she went straight to the dark. Like Rey in The Last Jedi. Straight in. Unbelievable.
To sound critical, but have you considered a new line of work?
Such as?
Pretty much anything. I don't think Renegade Mage has a bright future, or any retirement plan.
Yeah, you want to do something else? Oh, man. All right, let's go back to the Hawk Estate, because there's a letter there. Probably might be from Feynriel, considering the quest that we've just completed.
So, this is where you live.
Oh, hi.
Not bad.
What's up?
I preferred the old place. It had, more charm.
You're talking about the shack I shared with my mother, uncle, and sister.
I meant Lowtown. Dirty, chaotic, glorious Lowtown. The smell of tar, and the sea, and the sound of some whore plying her trade in a back alley. Oh. Don't you miss that?
You can get your thrills in Hightown if you know where to look.
Oh. And where would that be?
I can show you what I have in mind.
She just steal from me? Oh no, she took my dagger.
I should go. That was an interesting diversion.
Oh man, gone before the morning. Classic.
Is that all I am to you? Oh, my wounded heart.
We were using each other, sweet thing. I was curious about you, and now my curiosity is sated. Wait, you're not thinking of bringing feelings into this, are you?
Never.
No, this was just for fun.
Good. Come see me at the tavern sometime. I know a cozy little nook behind the ale barrels.
Got myself a friends with benefits I have. Plus 10. Let's go. Love it. Oh, while I'm here, let me throw down with this ability. Love it, mate. Oh, perfect. Isn't that great? Save? Sea legs. Love it. Let's do that. Perfect. Well, that was fun. Fun and exciting. I think it's really great that in all of the romances that we've had, I think, across BioWare, they usually end up being the ones that are like the proper, like, marriages or relationships or actual entanglements that I actually think it's very nice and refreshing to end up in a romance and relationship thing where it's more of just a lustful encounter that's just kind of fun. Just have a Hawk's got some friends with benefits going on, you know, which is much more cool. It's the dynamic is more relaxed. Humorous Hawk is too busy being the jester of Kirkwall to be tied down by a pirate queen, you know. But I did get Threads of the Eastern Seas. I don't know why it opened the potion thing and it's not there, though. There are some items that we seem to get that just don't appear in the actual inventory. And I guess it's like just like sits in an invisible inventory, like with this signet ring that we bought for Varric. Just doesn't exist in our inventory, but it's somewhere.
Poor Prince. I told him to stay off the bed.
So true.
Oh, I think I'll let Sandal empty that.
Is that a pissing pot in the bedroom? With no lid? Is that what that is?
I see Varric's taken it upon himself to add certain embellishments to my journal.
I mean, he's currently doing that in real time with this interrogation. Finery. Chest piece. Oh, hang on. We got a different one that we can wear. Oh. Oh, I could just like maybe wear it in the field or something. It's just the same thing maybe? I'll take a look, I suppose.
Isabela seemed disappointed that she didn't find anything worth gossiping about. Snoop.
I love that. Not as raunchy as my Morrigan and Mapo dwarf. They got a much more visually intimate there. But we can leave things to the imagination. I love the fucking, is that a dagger in your pocket, are you happy to see me moment?
I wonder where Varric is today. Telling stories about my exploits to anyone who will listen, most likely.
Oh, buddy, you've no idea.
Didn't I see this crest hanging somewhere in the Viscount's keep?
Interesting.
Handprints? Was someone swinging on the chandelier? Sando.
This is great. I think that the dialogue in this game is just so entertaining.
That's Mother's room. I shouldn't intrude.
Hello, dog.
I like the doggy. Ruff, ruff, ruff.
It looks like they're having a nice chat. Maybe Sandal picked up some Mabari speak from our time at the hero of Ferelden's camp.
That's great. The Midnight Meeting. I have noticed your considerable talents and have an opportunity that may be of interest to you. Meet me in Hightown at midnight. Discretion is key. A new friend. Okay. A new friend.
The Reinhardt's second daughter is very interested in meeting you.
Oh, yes. Mother's trying to find me a wife while I'm off gallivanting with my lovely pirate woman. Okay, perfect. That's a great ending point for an episode. What an adventure! Demons, sex, and everything in between. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Dragon Age 2. It's incredible. I'm having such a great time. I genuinely cannot believe that there's such a huge little crowd that was so disappointed with this game and hate it and dislike it, and it's the worst of the bunch. Like, I don't know, you're robbing yourself of a good experience here. This is great. The characters are awesome. It's fun to play. I don't get it. But this is the thing. I'm not necessarily someone who's inclined to be super negative about things. I have my moments to be very negative and critical and upset about things, and I voice that because I'm very honest. But, like, I can't play this and go, yeah, this sucks. Like, there's just no part of me that feels that way. I'm like, who cares that you spend a lot of time in one city or one environment? You know, that's not the type of game that it is where you travel the world in 80 days. You get to know the city you're in. You get to know the people that you hang out with. You build a relationship. You get attached to it. And then you have like this nice character-driven story. And it's fun. The character dynamics are great. I'm really loving it. I feel certain ways about certain characters that is a success of the game's narrative and lore, being able to connect you with the people that you play with in the world. And, you actually care about the choices that they make, like Merrill being an idiot. I care about that because I'm like, God damn it, you're smarter than this, but apparently not. And it's very exciting for me to go through. So I hope you are enjoying my playthrough, and I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time for more Dragon Age 2.